So today I'm going to be talking about wheel alignments on these machines. This particular machine had a bunch of aftermarket parts installed in the suspension, which has messed with the geometry of the suspension. In the front we have a toe problem. As you can see, that wheel is way out. And then in the rear we have a camber problem. We're going to be using some really cheap tools that you can get on Amazon for basically under $100, and we're going to be doing this a wheel alignment just to show you how to use them. It's probably hard to see in the video, but this has quite a bit of negative camber, and this tire is actually leaning in. To do that adjustment, we have to take the tire off, and we're going to put the bubble level on here, and I'm going to show you where the negative camber is at right now. Now when you put this gauge on, you're going to have to attach it to the brake rotor for the magnetic base, and you want to make sure that it's not touching the rim on either side. And you want to make sure that it's level. Now, if you look at it, the bubble is here at about 3.5, and we want to get it to about 0.5 because you want a little bit of negative camber, but you don't want this much negative camber. Now, to do this, what we're going to have to do is we're going to take the rim off to make the adjustments. So we're going to jack it up, take the rim off, and we're going to make the adjustments, and then we're going to set it back down and double check. Now that we've got our tire off, we're able to put our bubble back on. Now if you see now that the vehicle is no longer sitting on a tire, the camber has actually changed a little bit. It's actually gone in. So when we're doing this, we're going to actually set it to 0. So this way when it sits back down, it has a little bit of negative camber. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to get a wrench and a socket to take this bar off, and then we're going to make some adjustments till we get this to 0. You're going to need an 18 mil wrench and an 18 mil socket, and then you take this bolt off. This is ridiculous. Man, make some adjustments to get this proper. So if you look now at the bubble, you're going to see it set just about at 0. Like I said, we wanted a little bit of negative camber. We're going to put everything back together. We're going to put the tire back on, set it back down, and make sure it's set right. So now if you look at the bubble, you'll see it's in the 0.5 mark between the 0 and the 1. And that's exactly where we want to be for our negative camber. Now we're gonna repeat the same process for the other side. Just a little bit of negative camber. I don't know if you could see that in the photo, but that's basically what you want. And if you come back here and you look, you can see that now the tires are they're not leaning in anymore like they were before, or at least not as dramatically. But like I said, you do want a little bit of negative camber. Now we're going to start on the front wheel alignment. So the next step in the process is going to be to jack this up, put jack stands underneath it, and take the tires off. So here's where I realized my mic cut out. But anyway, here's where I'm going to mount the plates to the rotors. I'm going to use 2 lug nuts to attach them. I'm just going to hand tighten them for now. Then these plates can only go on one way. So before I put the measuring tapes on, I did use a level to make sure each one was level. You can kind of see it there on the left-hand side. I'm going to obviously run a tape from side to side. And here, I'm going to break the jam nuts loose. And I'm going to start turning them until I get the measurement the same. So you want the front and the rear measurement to be approximately the same. And you want a little bit of toe in. So that front tape measure should read about a 1/16 of an inch less than the rear tape measure. And you just want to make sure that those are snug. And you're going to have to go back and forth to both sides to make sure that you are getting the wheels straight. So I'm going to make those last couple of adjustments and then lock down those jam nuts. So this way nothing backs off. Here I'm going to put the tires back on. I'm going to take this for a test drive. Like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.